what happens is that they are used to teach the way they have been taught, right? And basically the typical, the teachers is standing up and then they do blah, blah, blah to the students, whether students are understanding or not, or they're sleeping or not, if they're getting the whole idea of why 2 + 2 is 4 or not, they don't care, right? They just keep on going. Or maybe they care, but they have also like maybe between 50 to 100 students per class, right? So it's hard to know if all the students are learning or if some are bored or if everybody's getting it, right? So in these classes, what we do is, first of all, we let the teachers start introducing the computer as they can, right? So it's like if the teacher thinks, oh, should I have them typing? At the beginning, yeah, it's okay, have them type them, you know? So the teacher starts feeling that he can work with the computer in the class, basically. And at the same time, we do a lot of reflection time with the teachers, right? Like, based on their work, it's like, okay, how would you do this class if you had to do it more interactive, more dynamic, and do things that they cannot do only with paper and pen? And it's very nice that most of the teachers start getting these ideas. Okay, some of them start with, oh, well, we can type it on the computer or we can do some research. But then little by little, they become more creative and more creative. Oh, but we can do this and we can take a picture and then bring it here and then go do some asking people, you know? For example, do some interviews or do some field work, right? So for example, we had a math class and the teacher was trying to use the computer for teaching the graphs. And at the beginning he was explaining in the regular way what a graph was and where the numbers came from. But then he asked the students, well, now you're gonna do the graph of the population of the school. So the children had to go to each classroom and count how many girls were in the classrooms and how many boys were in the classrooms. And they did it in teams, so everybody had to come back to the class and provide the numbers they got. So it was nice because everybody had a piece of information, so it ended up being like a project made by all the group. And then at the same time, the teacher said, like, okay, now we got the graphs, how can we now graph it all together in a visual way? And then he started looking not only into how to make graphs, but he started looking into how to go ask for the right information, right? And then they noticed, well, we counted how many students were at the school right now, but there are other students that are missing school, so then they started looking into sampling and other kinds of things, right? So it was interesting for them to see that they can actually use the computer, not only on the regular way we use it, or see a class with paper and pencil, but also how they use it in another ways to get a better information and to get better results.